Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble, on the blogger site as an archive post thingy, and on Patreon for extra support also. And regarding updates and such, I usually go about on Twitter X, so especially on live streams, I usually tweet it out before I do the proper streaming, so give it a follow there if you're willing to do so. Regarding channel, today we will have Jedi Fallen Order Survivor, sorry, and tomorrow we'll be having Mutineer Zero Road Eden. Yesterday, yesterday I did a live stream, a pretty long one, around 4 hours and something, almost 5 hours, with Elden Ring. What did we do? We did wrap up the one Hero's Grave, and then we went to Mount Gelmir and managed to do that Hero's Grave also. And I think we did the Sellen's quest line. I think we basically we completed it. And I think I advanced. I think Iron Alexander, the Iron Fist, something like that. I completely forgot his name. I know he's Alexander. But yeah, we did around a little bit that, and now I think we're going to start off like proper Mount Gelmir, because I just circle around the surrounding areas there yesterday to get finishing off the Selen quest line from the Zur guy, the Zur mage, and yeah, basically it was a lot, and I died a lot in Mount Gelmir's Hero's Grave, mainly because of there was a lot of going back and forth. It was a little bit labyrinthine for me. I got lost a couple of times, then I died a lot of times trying to platform on that grave there. But yeah, good live stream, and next time I will proceeding with see if I can wrap up Mount Gelmir. But I've been watching some of the NPC's quest lines. There's some stuff I think I need to do before cleaning up that area, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, I think I will not be able to clear also Mount Gelmir, mainly because some prerequisites of those quest lines, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, again, live stream schedule, it's all over the place depending on the free slots that I have, mainly because of my work schedule as a freelancer doesn't let me get a proper scheduling for live streams there. But yeah, when I do, again, I refer everybody to Twitter. I tweet it out when I doing live streams. And again, don't forget to check out my active gameplay series and also my completed gameplay series, which is getting quite a collection there. But yeah, let's go to the news. Quite interesting stuff happened, especially supposedly this morning, kind of, at least at the time of writing at WCCF Tech. Embracer Group is going to split into 3 separate listed companies. Again, since the deal that didn't went through, so the failed investment of 2 billions from Saudi gaming company or gaming investment, something like that. It was a Saudi company. I think it was an investor regarding some injection of money, and it fell through, so it didn't happen. And now Embracer was in bad shape. They sold Gearbox, I think, the ones that do Borderlands. I forgot to whom, but they sold some IPs there. They start restructure, some layoffs and some studio closures here and there. And now I think they found, let's say, a way of getting around these issues, and they are going to separate the like Embracer per se into 3 mainline with 3 distinct approaches on how they're going about gamings. And basically they will transform into 3, which are Asmodee Group, Coffee Stain and Friends, and Middle Earth Enterprises and Friends. Again, Asmodee will continue the business on tabletop market, so like the tabletop games and all that jazz, so it's not gaming related per se. like computer gaming. Coffee Stain will focus on making indies and AA games, what we call AA games or AAA games, I don't know. And Middle Earth Enterprises will produce AAA games. On the Coffee Stain, we'll get like the developer studios will be Ghost Ship, Tarsier, Tuxedo Labs, THQ Nordic, Amplifier, and again with that we have IPs like Deep Rock Galactic, I don't know, Goat Simulator, Satisfactory, Valheim, Valheim, and all of those indie labels that you usually see from them. And also some free-to-play games. There is Star Trek Online. I heard about this game. I think it's a mobile one, but also for PC. I'm not sure. Neverwinter Online. Again, all this kind of games there. On the AAA side, so Middle Earth Enterprise in France, the studios will be attached to that will be Crystal Dynamics, Buster Studios, Eidos Montreal, Flying Wild Hog Studios, Warhorse Studios, and 4A Games. 4A is still from Metro franchise, if not mistaken. And again, the IPs will be Dead Island, Killing Floor, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Lord of the Rings, Metro, Tomb Raider, and all that jazz. Again, I'm not sure how they will be handling Deus Ex. I think they just put it on the can for the moment. I don't know. Maybe later, I don't know, they will try to revive that franchise. It will be good. Phil Rogers, which is a currency of operative group of Crystal Dynamics, will take helm on this second company. But yeah, third company, because the Asmodee is the first one that I mentioned. Basically, we got just kind of a quote here. History has shown that diversified groups like ours can significantly enhance their chances of success by adopting a more agile, fast-moving approach and focusing on well-defined core market segments. So basically, it's basically the what it says is basically what it seems to be for them to go about, because again, corporate structures, and especially large corporate structures, they tend to, when they are behind one CEO, let's say, you get a very uniform direction, and usually you don't tend to be that agile depending on your case studies. Again, this depends on the kind of corporation and kind of whatever that corporation, their business model and the market that they are. And given that we have Embracer has a lot of studios on their umbrella, I think it's good for them to take this decision. Again, it will take some time, like a year or so, for them to at least like legalese and corporate speak there to be like completely separated and be their own thing there. But I think for development stuff, I think that they will manage to basically to continue to a certain degree in the way they are supposed to. So there will be no huge pauses there, I assume. But this is good because it will let these three companies focus on their own market without like supposedly without big interference from the higher ups, let's say. So you got the tabletop market, they can focus on the tabletop market without interference with other kind of inputs that are not specific to the tabletop market. The same thing will be with indies and AA games, so that there is a huge segment there where you can do a lot of stuff with smaller budgets. You can be more agile, you can have in terms of development, I think it's a better way to go about it. And then again, you got the AAA games, which can be I think might be the least profitable ones. I don't know, because I don't know in terms of agility there, in terms, for example, budgets and the stuff, given that they consider themselves a AAA game studios there. Again, I don't know, but at least it will let everybody decide. I think they will be more agile, and it's been kind of proof of concept in some other studios that they can separate themselves and be more agile, and to a certain degree in terms of development have their even with smaller budgets, they can do a lot of stuff there if they are more agile and be more creative of the decisions of the situations that can be faced with. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, now they can stretch their legs per se and start doing their thing. The studios, at least, in terms of producing and developing games. And hopefully they will have more liberty in terms of creativeness and all that stuff, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully no DEI shit will start creeping up, but if it does, I think it will be more on the AAA space. Yeah, from the trends that I've been seeing, that I think these guys are trying to go about a lot on the AAA space, mainly because of how DI works in terms of financing and loans. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Regarding hardware, we got a lot of RX 7000 GPU deals, basically the entire lineup. Except for the XT variants. The rest, I think all of them have a little bit of a deal on Newegg. For example, the 7900 XTX, this is the MSI Gaming Trio Classic. Usually the MSRP at this moment in time is around $900. You can get this one $800, so $100 less, and this is an AIB. Usually the MSRPs are for the AMD models, the reference ones. On the 7900, similarly, the GRE seems to be occupying a good place there in terms of popularity to a certain degree, especially after they fixed the memory stuff. Yeah, I think one of those things that was messing around. Again, the MSRP supposedly is around $550, give or take. But you can grab this one by $510. Then you got a pretty, I think it is at the mid range, might be a better deal, the 7800 XT. They usually go about $500 MSRP, but you can get around $460-ish, which is not that bad, given that the 7700 XT usually it's around that price point in terms of official MSRP. But yeah, I think the difference should be larger between the 7800 XT and the 7700 XT to again, because of the the performance gap there. But yeah, the 7700 XT can be grabbed by $350, which is way better. This is how it should be from a long time. I think now they are hitting a little bit the sweet spot there with this 350. And then here, this is not the 7700 XT again, this is the 7600 XT. It was a typo here. This is the, I think it's the 16 gigabyte variant. Yeah, the 16 gigabyte variant for $300. Usually the MSRP of this one is $330. Again, this one doesn't compensate. Might as well get, if you are in this price point, just save a little bit there, even though it's $50 more, but it is 12 gigabyte. It's less, but the performance difference is going to be bigger and noticeable there. But yeah, yeah, we'll be seeing some of these things. Again, I assume they are trying to be a little bit more aggressive here, AMD, on the price point, because they perform pretty well. I got the 7900 XTX from XFX, the Merc, whatever I don't know, it's a long name. I don't have any issues. All the games that I've been playing are decent. The latest game, when I push, I could push a little bit higher, but because I do recordings and such, you got all that overhead in terms of the background software. Usually I can get minimum 4K 60, 4K 70, 90. Again, older games 4K 144, which is the limit of my monitor there. Again, usually between high to very high end in terms of graphic fidelities, with no FSR active, no fake frame rates, nothing, everything rasterized. Again, I'm pretty satisfied at this moment in time with what I have, and even if in 2 years time, if I really need to start pushing like FSR on the games, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, again, pretty good deals here. Yeah, the 7900 XTX, if you have the money to buy, I think $800 it's more in line what it should be in terms, and it's dealing a huge blow, especially on Nvidia at this price point, because don't forget, even the 4080, sorry, Super is around supposedly $1,000. It performs roughly the same that the 7900 XTX, at least in terms of rasterized, and in some titles they trade blows with RT on. Yeah, $200 is a huge discount there. And the fact that it's basically at the same price point that I think it's what the official one is 4070 Ti Super. I think it's $800, and of course 7900 XTX just smashes that GPU all over the place. I think the 4070 Ti Super is more in line. I think it stays around between the 7900 XT and the 7900 GRE, if not mistaken, about that kind of performance. And yeah, and for that kind of performance, you got for basically $500 or around that with the 7900 GRE or the 7800 XT, which has a good performance there. But yeah, as you can see, there is a lot that you can choose from AMD. Again, Nvidia, they could be more aggressive on their pricing, but yeah, they're focused on AI. It's there where the big bucks are for them, so they don't give any kind of priority of being more competitive on the GPU stuff, at least for our for gamers. So we have to take the good stuff where it is. And at this moment in time, seems to me AMD is doing good on that, especially loading a lot of with a lot of deals their GPU stuff. But yeah, it's what we got. Then last, in terms of gaming kind of situations, I will leave it here with Gamers Nexus and their investigative journalism, which it's more investigative report, but it's journalism regardless, because they dig deep, interview sources, then try to corroborate information, which is basically journalism, and then present what they discovered there. Regarding EKs, usually EKs is well known for their water blocks and their water cooling systems on GPUs and the such there. I never used water cooling. I don't intend to plan on using any kind of water cooling solution in my PC, given that I have a golden rule that usually water and electricity doesn't go well together. Basically, that's why I don't use any kind of water blocking there. I prefer air cooling. Besides of not having a probability of having a water leak, there usually tends to be less points of failure on a water cool system than on an air cool system. And when you have an issue, it's easier to replace a fan than to replace water stuff there, and even the maintenance stuff, all of those things. Even though, again, for marginal uplifts in terms of temperatures, yeah, what can I say? Depends. But yeah, they go deep there. They do a deep investigative report here, and yeah, it's not good. I will leave it to you to watch the video. It's around half an hour, but it goes in depth, and yeah, and the shenanigans that the HQ from EQ, sorry. And yeah, it's not looking good there. And let's see, I got only this gaming news stuff here. Supposedly Silent Hill 2 Remake, they did a new overall look on the main character there. Again, I didn't play the original one when it came out. Yeah, okay, for me, they look a little bit the same. A little bit of the lighting there, but it looks less detailed. I don't know. It seems to me. I don't know. Maybe because this is the game icon, supposedly. This is because somebody noticed on SteamDB stuff, game files being updated there. Again, still, I'm very reticent here, mainly because it's a Konami published game. Even though Bluebird's team usually has kind of a good track on doing the remake stuff there and the remasters. Again, it's mainly about the Konami publisher side of things that I don't have a lot of faith here. especially with their Metal Gear Solid remaster volumes, which is just which is not a remaster. It's a shit show there. And even after seeing the excellent trailer of Metal Gear Solid Omega, I don't remember the Snake Eater remake. Even that Delta, even that I don't trust them anymore. The only game that I still have from them it's Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain and the prequel. Oh my god, the one in Guantanamo Bay or whatever it is, the prequel there. Yeah, it's the only one that I have from them. I don't think I have any more of them in my library there, and I don't plan on supporting especially these kind of companies when they just, if they're focusing on their own pachinko business, let them focus on their pachinko business. But yeah, again, I hope every game that comes out it's always good, but yeah, I don't have a lot of faith on this one. Hopefully I'm wrong and it will be an excellent remake here, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see when it comes out. Got some gaming deals here still happening. Resident Evil franchise till the 29th. It's on sale again, depending on the game. Got different discounts there. I will leave all the Resident Evil games on the description below that have a discount here on Steam. We got also Bioshock the collection. It's still up. Got around, I don't know, 5 hours or so to grab all of them. Yeah, all the remasters plus the DLC and Bioshock Infinite there. We got also Red Dead Redemption 2, 60% off or 65% off on the Ultimate Edition. Then we got Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, 50% off. We got here Forza Horizon 5, again, very positive reviews all over the place. The only thing that might weigh on your decision is the additions here with all the DLC associated there. But yeah, it's 50% off in basically everything. Then you got the Outer Worlds. Again, if you didn't catch up this for free from Epic Game Store, it's 34% off the base game. And then you got the Space's Choice Edition upgrade, which is 44% off there. And lastly, we got Pacific Drive. Again, this one has very positive reviews. Indie game, a handful of people made this game. Very interesting how they went about it. Very meticulous on their approach in terms of and the survival aspects there and the maintenance of the vehicle there. It's very interesting there, and it's 20% off. But yeah, for today, this is it, guys. It's what I have and caught my attention. I will wrap up with a plug on my Patreon for extra support. This extra support is more for me to get, at this moment in time, get a storage solution for me to be able to get backups of the stuff that I do for my clients, and of course some extra storage for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, guys, I hope you have a full day, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, Kunamy Master out.